All right, well, good afternoon, everyone. For those of you who haven't yet met, my name is David Brown. I'm president of Massachusetts General Hospital. Happy to welcome all of you here today. I got to speak a little louder because Gil can't hear me. Sorry. So I'm really honored to welcome distinguished colleagues from the American Chemical Society and other very special guests who are here today, at long last, to pay tribute to Dr. Saul Herz, who was an MGH thyroid specialist in the 1930s and 40s. Dr. Herz discovered and refined the use of radioactive iodine for clinical applications. Somewhere in the basement of this building, this old building is the original hospital of Mass General, Dr. Herz carried out experiments, achieving results that would forever change medicine. Dr. Herz's daughter, Barbara, will talk more in detail about his career, but I do want to impress upon all of you the enormous impact of his work. What began as an investigation, a scientific inquiry into thyroid disease, widened into an entirely new field of nuclear medicine. Dr. Herz's discovery was particularly compelling because it was the first instance of something we call theranostics, both therapy and diagnostics. Radioactive iodine can be used for both treatment and for diagnosis. Today, more than 10 million people in the country will undergo radioisotope treatment of various types, not just iodine, and more than 100 million people will undergo nuclear medicine scanning. I'm one of those people. Actually, I had a nuclear medicine test this summer in that building behind us. We are very proud that the MGH was the site of such a game-changing innovation in medicine. And yet we must acknowledge that Dr. Herz has not received the appropriate and well-deserved recognition over the years, in part because of attempts to rewrite history and claim credit for his work. The true story was largely lost until Dr. Herz's widow, Vida, and then his daughter, Barbara, took up the torch for him. And it's thanks to their efforts that we're here today. On behalf of Mass General Hospital, I thank the American Chemical Society. We're truly honored to be the site of this prestigious landmark designation under the medical miracles category. Some other examples of medical miracles are the discoveries of vitamin C, penicillin, and Taxol. I understand this is only the second American Chemical Society landmark in Massachusetts, the other one being across the river, honoring MIT's Edwin Land and his invention of the Polaroid. And you'll hear from Barbara and that MIT plays an important role in Dr. Herz's story as well. Before I turn the podium over to those who will tell you the remarkable story of Dr. Saul Herz, I do want to recognize several people who are here to honor his work. The first, I had a chance to meet Dr. Matthew Vanderheiden, director of the MIT Koch Institute, who's joined us today representing MIT. Welcome, thank you. Also want to recognize and welcome leaders in the thyroid unit, Dr. Hank Cronenberg, Dr. Gil Daniels. These two were some of my teachers going all the way back to my own training here at MGH. And I can't help but recognize John Herman, who is many things, but is also an MGH historian. So I'm not surprised that he is right here to take part in this.
History-making moment.
That's right. He doesn't want to miss any of those. So you'll be hearing more from Barbara in a few minutes, but I just want to thank you for your tireless efforts. Without those efforts, I don't think we'd be here to celebrate your dad today. So thank you for that. I also welcome Sumner Fanger, who is right over there. Thank you. Welcome. Who was a friend of Dr. Herz's and one of the few people here today who knew him. So we welcome you also, sir. Finally, before I turn the program over, I want to thank the American Chemical Society, particularly Dr. Anna Stromick, who is not only a leader in the society, but also is the director of the Medicinal Chemical Laboratory at McLean, which is also part of our health system. So we're proud to recognize and welcome you too. And then finally, I'd like to welcome to the podium Dr. Catherine Lee from the ACS, who will be speaking next. Thank you all for being here to mark this historic day and recognition of really a true pioneer in medicine. Thanks.